What's up, everybody? This is the continuation of the Frank, John, and John interview. We will get right into it right now. And at this point, the guys were talking about some of their past blunders on stage. So let's get at it. Yeah, baby!
No, for sure.
That's
for sure.
Great.
Got to take a piss.
Spinal Tap moments, man. They're
Oh,
the best.
dude.
Oh,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, then.
I think we were the Spinal Tap in the Syracuse area because we went through drummers like crazy.
Yeah.
Is that right?
Oh, dude.
Honestly.
And we were playing at the fair.
Yes.
And the drummer at the fair, and I lost my fucking shit on him. He was hitting the drums like a pussy. He might as well have been playing with toothpicks. And I turn around and I just scream at the top of my lungs.
It wasn't at the fair.
Where was that?
I think it was at Club 11.
Was it Club? Okay, yeah, it was.
Yeah.
No, you're right. Because I turned around and I said, hit the drums, you pussy, or you're out of the band. And I'm screaming at him, and I got him mad enough to at least hit it. But then, miraculously,
he was gone.
He was gone the next day. And the band was
that
like,
through the PA, Mike, when you were yelling at him?
Yeah,
Yeah,
they could hear it.
a little bit.
You could hear it. You could absolutely hear it.
Hit the drums, you pussy.
Hit the drums, you pussy.
Yeah.
And I'm like, oh no.
Here we go again.
We've lost another one.
We always had a backup drummer. We'd have a drummer, and we always had one learning the set list because they knew that I was going to piss the drummer off.
Yep.
Because like you guys, like Frank or John, if you're playing an instrument and now you've switched and you're doing something else and you know how that instrument or that song should be played and someone's just not fucking doing it right, you're going to get pissed off. And being a drummer for as many years as I was, I'm like...
Just like the amount of times I got pissed off at you for not remembering the lyrics.
You
and they're
shut
right
up.
Fucking in front
Look,
of you.
This is our fucking podcast, you asshole. And you are not supposed to exploit my shortcomings.
Uh-huh.
I'd rather you talked about my penis size than my lack of remembering shit.
Negative.
You asshole.
Negative.
Well, little does he know, but I have a backup podcaster that should... He'll be here next week.
Be here next week.
That's right. The good, the Jeff, and the ugly. You're the bad.
Yep.
Yeah, that's all right. I'm going to get hate mail from your daughters after that one.
No, you won't.
Fuck you. You suck.
Nah.
So, yeah, we've had fights on stage. That's a rock and roll thing.
It is.
Yeah.
You know? I mean, Mick Fury was on last week. He was talking about Vince Neil getting all pissed off at the promoter because the promoter called him the wrong name.
Yeah, it was at the
It was at the F Shed shows.
It was over at the
Regional Market.
Regional Market.
Yeah.
Back when they were doing Regional Market for I don't know, what was it? Probably 10 years ago now?
Yeah.
So, somewhere in there.
Who did he call? What did he call him?
I couldn't even tell you because
it was like Warrant or something that played the week before.
Skid Row.
Oh, Skid Row, right.
Played the week before.
So instead of saying,
want to thank,
want to thank Skid Row?
No. Want to thank Vince Neil? Nope. Want to thank Skid Row.
He goes, want to thank Skid Row? And Vince Neil's like so pissed off. He walked off stage. He's like, fuck you. Fuck this place. Blah, blah, blah. Yeah. Yeah.
Man.
Yeah.
That was was that the F Shed?
Well,
yes.
it was in that. It was in that area. It was outside.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
They had
dude, for a promoter to do that?
Yes.
Yeah.
That is so bad, man. Oh my god.
Oh yeah.
I actually don't blame him for getting pissed, man. You know what I mean?
It was the same one who had brought Brett Michaels in,
couldn't pay him.
Oh, remember that?
See, I knew one of you would remember this.
Yeah. I heard that. Yeah.
Back, I'm pretty sure I bought tickets and I never even looked into getting my money back. I figured it'd be a fiasco.
I got the guy's phone number if you want to call him.
Right.
Dude, wouldn't it be funny if somebody called him right now, but like, hey, dude, you still owe me $20 from 20 years ago, you fucker.
Yeah.
With interest.
And with those glasses, Frank Goldstein could definitely make that call.
Mm-hmm.
Frank Povich.
Interesting.
Uh-huh. Well, this is The wheels are falling off on
Yeah.
this one.
Falling off?
It fell off after the whole first hello.
Well, Hamilton's story about the fight on stage it was worth it.
Yeah, no, that
Oh,
makes
for sure.
that makes the A roll.
Yeah.
Yeah, it really does.
Yep.
The highlight
That is
reel.
definitely.
I'm on the highlight.
Oh, you
reel.
are on the highlight
Yes,
reel.
definitely a
Awesome.
highlight.
Definitely.
for
We're going to
sure.
have to get that snippet and that. We're going to talk about this on every show. Fucking fight on stage
Yeah.
for being hammered. That's fucking awesome.
I wish I was
Water-
that
It is. I mean,
all,
answer. That had to be awesome.
all you got to say, if you see any of these guys, I know, Mike or anybody of those guys, all you got to say is Watertown, man. And, that's all you got to say.
Was
That's
that like a
bad
JP?
flashbacks. Everyone knows.
Was that like a
What's that?
JP Voitko Watertown?
I don't know who put that on. It was, like I said, Sacred Death was sort of like the one they kind of picked out of Syracuse to come up there and play. This was a metal fest, all local bands, obviously.
Yeah.
And Sacred Death was really hot at the time, but they kind of pulled us up with them on we rode their coattails up there.
Yeah.
So I don't know who put it on. I really don't. I mean,
It
I don't
mu-
remember much of that gig, Mike, really.
Well, clearly. But it might have been JP because JP's been promoting gigs up there. And now he's doing all the anti-violence Watertown shows, and he really put some hardcore heavy stuff up there. In fact, he had reached out to Side Effect at one point and asked if we'd
Oh, my
play,
God.
and I'm like, dude, we would get shit thrown at us. It's like,
we so don't belong. up
they're
there.
doing Suicidal Tendencies, and we're up there, just a small town, bang, God, what the fuck just happened? Beer bottles flying.
playing
So-
Summer of '69.
Yeah, we'd be killed.
We killed.
Yeah, no violence except
Yeah,
for these
except
fags.
for these guys.
Yeah. Hey, don't ask, don't tell.
Right.
So yeah, that would have been a bad scene.
A little bit.
So are you playing, Frank? Are you playing at all ever still, or?
I actually play a lot around the house, way more than I used to when I was like in a band. The only time I would pick up a guitar is at practice.
Right.
But now I've got my wife got me the Ace Frehley signature model Gibson, so
Oh.
play it. So I would just stare at it. So I ended up getting so I could play it. And so I started playing that. Then I had got Paul Stanley's. Then I got Gene Simmons' Axe Bass. And so I play all the time, like just fooling around, like writing songs and playing riffs. I'm actually not awful on guitar.
Actually, not awful.
I was always a bass player. Not a great bass player, but a bass player. But I've spent I have a little more free time now that I'm 55 years old and doing nothing.
Now, are you starting a band, Frank and Frank, or?
No, I've got
Triple
no
F.
playing out or anything, but I actually
F3.
F3.
But what about John?
John, what are you doing?
John, are you playing?
Oh,
Here we
You
go.
need to be-
That is the look of no, I'm not.
No, that's a look of I
Yeah.
kind of am, but I don't know if I like
That's
the
like-
project.
yeah. No, no. I got to give a shout out to my buddy Joe Beckwith. He's the most patient guy in the world. He's like one of my best buddies and a great guitar player. And him and I have been trying for years. Unfortunately, the COVID thing just, stuck a stake in the heart of a lot of the live clubs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And a lot of people's interest in playing out. Quite
Yes.
frankly.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Him and I have been trying for years to find a drummer, to get something going, just a cover band. I miss playing. I'm not in the band, but I hang out with him weekly. Him and his wife are great. Two of my best friends. And we just can't get it together, man. Like we have some drummer friends, obviously we know people, but
Yeah.
they're already at like 3 bands. Like all these guys that are still active are already doing a band or 2 or 3, and they don't have time, or they have families and kids. So we're still looking. I'm not giving up yet, man, but
Are you
it
looking
is
at
tough.
heavy
What?
music? What do you want to do?
Yeah. What?
Well, him and I both were. He was in a heavy bands growing up, and so was I, obviously. But no, dude, we both mellowed out. Like we just want to do something cool. Like we love like 60s, 70s stuff, like garage bands of the 60s. The early rock and roll shit. Like early Stones, Sonics, you know, like heavy garage surf bands and just cool rock and roll stuff, like even early Kiss shit. Yeah, I said it. But just fun, you know, songs you don't hear. If you go out and see a cover band, songs you might know, you know, Joe Walsh maybe, like solo Joe Walsh, like cool stuff like that you don't always hear bands play. We want to just get a cool set of covers like that. And him and I both write riffs on the side and songs on the side, but it would be more of a hybrid, but you know, 80% covers, 20% originals, you know, that kind of stuff. But we're just having trouble finding a drummer that could commit to it. That's all. So
would you sing?
If I had to, I would.
Okay. What if you had another singer and a guitar player?
Well, that would be ideal. I mean, I can play rhythm guitar. Well,
Did we just become best friends?
You want to do karate in the garage?
Second.
Do you want to do karate in the garage?
Yeah. Let's move the podcast shit out. We'd have much more room for activities.
Jesus.
When did this turn into like a dating app? Is this farmers.com? Am I on?
Bass player number 1. If it was a starry night.
I'm feeling love all of a sudden. I don't know what's going
on.
Wow. Yeah. No. That's sort of where we're at.
But I get what, John, I get what you're saying. You know, you want to do some stuff that like not everybody. Oh, Jesus. I get what you're saying though, because you want to do some stuff that like not everybody else is doing.
Right.
And
like Joe Walsh is a perfect example. Like, I would love to do, or even James Gang shit.
Yeah.
Or you know, something that's heavy still, like heavy, not Slayer heavy, but
no. Right.
It's got a lot of weight to it.
Yeah.
Like garage rock or like early Stone shit, you know, like with Brian Jones kind of stuff. Like, but not necessarily Satisfaction. Other cool shit that you could throw in there.
Yeah.
Or whatever. You know, just there's a million. Him and I sit and talk music and have dinner and drinks and talk every week about stuff. And we're always throwing ideas out and stuff like that. You know, like, and so I think we got a good angle. It's just we need there's one or two missing pieces that we need.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So,
yeah. I think we need to fly somebody up from Florida to be in the band.
Yeah, well.
He's got 4 different types of guitars.
I was going to say.
Mike, it's past his bedtime. I think he's checked out on us.
I don't know. I mean, his wife is probably well, she stays up late. He probably goes to bed. She's a lot younger than he is.
That's 100% true.
Frank's been an old man since he was like 26.
No, but I get what John's saying. I mean,
yeah,
you know, I'm tired of going out and hearing the same 8 bands do the same 8 damn songs, and I know he's gonna say it, and that's fine, and I don't care. But I'm tired of hearing people do Enter Sandman and Man in a Box.
Yeah.
I mean, I could go on. Stop it. You want to be different? Fine, be different. Don't play those damn songs.
You know, I agree. Well, that's it. And I'm not putting anybody down, man. But
me either. But it's like, Jesus.
But you're right. You could go out any weekend at any bar and probably hear Man in the Box. You're right. That's a great example.
Yeah.
I hear that, and good. I love Alice in Chains.
So do I.
Don't hear Man in the Box.
It's been done.
Yeah.
Ever.
There are literally millions of songs to pick from.
Yes.
But you hear the same ones over and over and over again.
Yes. Thank you.
And I'd like just something new and fresh and something that people will be like, oh, hey, I know this song.
Yeah.
I haven't heard this in 20 years. Or
I hated that song when it was new. Yeah.
Well, hey. You get what you pay for, man. It's free admission, so, you know.
I mean, I say the same.
Right.
I say the same thing every time. It's like, okay, back then you had no choice but to buy the album. So you wasted your money for one song. When actually the song that's on the radio is probably, I think, the worst song on the album.
Right.
Yeah,
100%. I agree.
I love these 2 guys.
Well, fuck them.
No, 100%. Some of my favorite albums, I did just that. I bought the album for the radio song.
Yeah.
And I ended up loving the whole album. And now when I listen to it, I skip the radio song.
Yes.
Right?
That's yes.
100%.
Well, like I'm obsessed with my Spotify. Like I've got like probably 900 songs on there. And like my Kiss selection, I don't think there's one. Maybe the most popular song I have is Detroit Rock City, and the other 100 Kiss songs are songs that you would never hear. Not that that's a bad example because they never got a lot of radio play, but just it's mostly non-hits. That's my Spotify selection.
So mine as well.
Yeah. That's what I love about Spotify. You can take your favorite band and pick 100 songs, but it's not going to be the guy next door that has his 100 songs because they're all popular or the unpopular.
I don't think I've listened to the radio in probably 3 or 4 years.
No, I don't listen to it at all.
Yeah. What's the point?
Right.
Yeah. Why get force fed the shit I don't like when I can listen to the stuff I do?
Yep.
Right. I mean,
sure.
Do you have to hear Black Dog by Zeppelin again?
No, I don't.
No, never again.
No.
I mean, right. I've been hearing that since I was 10 years old. Every time I turn the radio on, so I'm good with it.
Yep.
Yeah.
But like Cheap Trick, Van Halen, all my favorite songs by those guys.
Yeah.
Again, 70s bands are my 60s, 70s, early 80s. Are all the songs that no one, the passive fan has never heard.
Yeah. Right. Yeah.
But even if you take some of the bands that we did follow, I got to tell you, we just turned into
2 hours of
2 hours, but this is a great.
That's
fucking
okay.
interview.
It's a good conversation. I mean,
even the bands that we did follow, like Motley Crue, before the mainstream Shout at the Devil album, Twisted Sister before the mainstream album.
Yeah.
All these guys, when they came out, they were raw as fuck. They didn't care who they did them. Yeah. They did not bow down to the machine. And I remember when 95X had that guest DJ, they would pick somebody to guest DJ for an hour.
Yeah.
And you'd go on and play your songs. And I remember I did it twice. And the first time I did it, Motley Crue Shout at the Devil album came out. And I had been listening to the other two albums, or the other album, sorry, the Livewire album, when it was back on Leather Records, for God's sake.
Yeah.
Love.
So Shout at the Devil comes out. I'm pulling it out of the gel wrapper, and I'll never forget, Lorraine Rapp was the DJ who hosted the show at the time, and she let you play whatever you wanted, and she said, "You're going to play that?" And I said, "Yeah," with the intro, full Shout at the Devil, with the whole intro, said an oop, thing there.
Oh, that's right. Yeah,
the
intro.
with the back, with that,
in the beginning.
In the beginning,
yes.
Good versus and then they had the backward masking that was on there. That was Frank. Come on, you remember how to say it?
What's that?
Frank, you remember what the backwards? We used to say it as kids.
I know.
What? Okay, go ahead.
Aserenu, finis biblienu.
Asalenu, is biblianu.
Novena Holtrof.
That was.
Yes.
That wasn't a Motley Crue.
Yes, it was.
No, it was Iron Maiden.
No.
Was that Maiden? I know.
Yeah.
We used to say that all the time.
Do not meddle with things you do not understand.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was Iron Maiden.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Yeah, 100%.
Nah,
it was on Peace of Mind. Come on.
Well, I just look. See, now my most embarrassing moment. But anyways, I played the Motley Crue, and Lorraine Rapp said, "I'm sorry, but that band will never be famous." And look at years later.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at years later. Vince Neil can't remember lyrics.
Well, neither can I, so I'm in good company. At least I didn't write the lyrics I was forgetting.
Exactly, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah. So.
See, I was,
But that's the kind of music I like. I like the shit that no one's heard yet.
Well, I was more of a, I used to call them B bands. Like you had your Rats and Motley Crue and Dawkins and stuff. I was more of like your Tora, Babylon AD,
YNT, Saxton.
Messiah?
Which one?
Shotgun Messiah?
Yeah, Shotgun Messiah. That was another one. Yeah. Badlands. How do you not remember Badlands?
You're younger than me.
Same.
How old? No,
we're 3 years apart.
Well,
Faster Pussycat, like
Faster Pussycat.
Zig Zig Sputnik.
Junkyard.
You know, all friends of Rand. And the Embellisher. He's friends with all of them.
Right.
Yep. He named Faster Pussycat.
Did he?
Yeah, they used to be called just Fat Cat.
Oh.
And he said, you know what? You should change it to Faster Pussycat. And,
Yeah. Fat Cat.
Well, yeah, brought up in a while. Welcome back, Randy.
well, no, the Embellisher.
The Embellisher.
He doesn't have a name.
Right?
Jesus Christ, Frank.
Oh,
There's got to be a copyright infringement on his name somewhere, and we're going to get sued now.
Great.
He still owns the right to the name 3-Inch Fury.
What was he? Randy Simmons?
Does he really? Is that? I mean, I'm being serious.
Oh no,
Does he
yeah,
say-
no. I just had lunch with J-Ro last 2 weeks ago, and we brought that up. He's like, he still fucking owns the fucking web.
The
rights,
web page.
the license to the web page, and he
yeah.
will not give it up to this day. I was like,
How long was he in that band for?
a hot
3-inch?
like a hot second.
No, it was
Right
like
at the beginning, right?
Yeah, like 3
yeah.
shows, if that.
No, he was in longer than that.
Okay.
No,
Yeah.
Well, he
Trust
was?
me. Yeah. Yeah, he ended up being like a year.
well, that's when they were just 3-inch anger. They hadn't become Fury yet.
There's no fury, it's just
There
all
was no
anger.
Fury till they got him rid of him.
Right.
Yeah.
God.
And there we go. There was the last of the wheels.
Yeah.
It kind of came full circle, didn't it?
It did, and that's the best way to end the show.
It is.
There you go.
It
Perfect,
is.
man. Yeah.
So
We're trying to beat Wayne Johnson's record of longest.
you did, we did, we
You
just
did.
did by
Did we?
Yes, you did.
by 90 seconds.
90 seconds.
But you haven't spent the last half hour trying to kick us off, so that's good.
No, in fact, if we could have this go 4 hours, I would.
No, because it honestly, like towards the end of this, it was like we all started talking about, music that we're sick of hearing. And
Right.
we all got,
We just
wrapped up in it.
we just became best friends.
We
I
could
mean,
do
is
for-
there
Yeah.
any human being there that when they hear "Man in the Box," they're like, "Oh my god, this is awesome." I mean, seriously, anybody that's into music. I mean, I'm not talking about a casual
Yeah.
fan that, you know what I mean? Like, do we ever need to hear it again?
No.
Again, I like it too, but do you know what I mean?
No, you don't.
No.
I like singing it.
That's great.
Actually, my new favorite song to sing is
Here we go.
is Whatever.
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 What's that?
Whatever.
Godsmack.
Oh, you went there.
Yep. I did.
Not my favorite band.
I know.
I'm not a fan.
I like Slither. Slither's another one of my favorite songs to sing.
Yeah, but you don't hear everybody and their brother doing that song anymore.
Right. No one did Lonely as the Night.
No, until we did.
You
No,
There
Emerald,
you go. That's a good example.
Emerald
Good
City
song.
did.
Yeah, but we mixed
But
it. We
we
mixed it
put-
with Led Zeppelin.
We put Led Zeppelin and we mixed it in with Whole Lot of Love.
and then we went back to
And
the
then
ending of
finished
Lonely as the Night.
Lonely's Night.
Medleys are good.
Yes.
That's if you can splice two cool songs like that, that's
Yeah.
a good. That's a home run. I love that.
Yeah.
When bands pull that off. Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah, except when
You know
somebody
what,
sits
funny-
in with you
Oh, sorry. Sorry.
and they go, "What the fuck are you guys doing?" We're like, "Just run with it."
Let's run with it.
Yeah, I think the band enjoys it more than maybe the crowd does.
I think
because
you're
Oh
right.
yeah, definitely.
You know what I mean? Like they're engaged with the song you started with,
Yes.
and then you take a hard right, and they're like, What is that? You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah.
But it's fun for the band. It keeps things interesting.
Yeah.
So
For sure.
yeah.
And at that point, it was all about the band.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, we didn't
you're
care.
also, you're also playing for other musicians too.
Yes.
Yeah.
So if you do something clever like that, that's always going to get a little feather in your cap from another music. Perhaps they're going to be like, "Hey, that was really cool what you guys did." You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm just saying, just as
No, you're right.
an observer, because I not only have played in a lot of shows, but I also have been to a lot of shows of my friends' bands, and when I see them do something kind of, that
Yeah.
unexpected or off the beaten path, man, I love that stuff.
Yep.
Yeah.
And I will go out of my way to tell them that too. So
That's awesome.
One
Yeah.
band slide do is they play "Rip It Out" by Ace Frehley, but they play it 3 times faster than the record version, which is super hard, especially on the drummer. I don't know if you ever heard the "Rip It Out" Phil. Tried to play that like 3 times faster, but Scott pulled it off, and I'd be disappointed when they didn't play that live because that was my favorite, because they would do that with a lot of different songs, speed it up like 3 times faster than what it should go,
Right.
which isn't easy.
No, not at all.
Not at all.
there was a couple drummers we had that we played songs like that unintentionally.
Right.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. No kidding.
It's like, dude, what the fuck? Slow the fuck down.
We did do the Slayer version of Slither.
We did a Slayer version of Slither. We did
Oh
a Slayer
my
version of
God.
Cumbersome. We did a Slayer
Yeah.
version of fucking Lonely as a
Woo.
Night. Holy shit.
Woo. Man.
It's like, yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like, what the fuck?
Ooh, it's like, dude,
Yeah. I'm not going to mention that drummer's name either.
no.
Nope.
Nope.
You
no.
guys have had more drummers than Spinal Tap.
Oh,
Like,
dude, you have no idea.
For real?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think
The
we're
last
right.
drummer took the cake. The last drummer is what ended fucking Side Effect. Well, COVID ended.
COVID
Side
ended it, but
But
he
then it
also
was like-
ended it
Yeah,
as well.
he was like, I'm going to kill you all. And we're like, all right, whatever.
great. Go back to your
Go back to your dope.
camper.
Dude, come on. It wasn't a camper.
Jeez.
Oh, sorry.
Camper's a lot nicer than.
Oh, that's right, because you were at his house once.
Yeah, I was. Holy shit.
What? Where's that? You just said.
Dude, he was living in what was equivalent to like room number 6 at Albino's. It was fucking terrible. It wasn't too far from there either.
Right.
Holy fuck.
No.
No. The doorbell's going to ring tomorrow.
Yeah.
Talking about me on your fucking podcast, I'm going to kill you. All right.
Okay, fine.
Come on in. Want a free sandwich?
Going to be
I think
taken permanently because of all the people that got pissed off.
Oh yeah, this episode's going to be like this is going to be we're going to have to call this something. This episode's going to just be season
The
1,
burning-
episode 15,
It's
the Embellisher.
It's the Burning Bridge episode.
Oh, there you go.
Bridges are
Bridge is
burning. The
burning
yes,
bridge is burning. Yes.
I like it.
bridges are burning by the
Yep.
imposter.
I like it.
The Embellisher.
Yep. The imposter.
You should definitely like copyright the Embellisher, man. That's good.
I'm getting Embellisher T-shirts made.
A website, T-shirts. Yeah.
Yeah, and on the back it'll just say Playboy photographer, drummer from Warrant, press secretary.
Yeah. Good friend of
Wasn't
Janie
he in
Lane.
Great White too for a while, or was that?
No, I think it was just Warrant.
No, he wasn't in Great White.
No, it was just.
I thought him and
He lived-
Well, I thought he had something to do with Gary Holland or something.
Well,
right?
Gary Holland and he hung out.
Yeah.
But then
Oh,
the
that's
guys
right, they
from
were BFFs. Yeah.
Frank, who did you live with out in California? Was it a White
John-
Snake?
John Van Well and Randy and not Gary Holland. Why did Randy say we lived with?
No,
Gary
no,
Holland?
no. You live with somebody that played with some. Was it?
Mayhem.
No, that was John Van Well.
Yeah.
You and Randy, and then I thought it was the guy from. Was it White Snake or Great White? One of the two guys. Who's your other housemate there with the long hair?
Doug was his name.
Doug Van Well was his name, and he never played in Great White, contrary to what Randy the Embellisher may have said.
What the fuck? Wow! It was even lies then.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
All right. He told you that?
Wow.
Yeah, he said the two of you were living with the guy from Great White out there.
Jack Russell?
And he said you had this. I don't care how fucking long this episode goes. This is fucking priceless. And if we have to chop this in half and make 2 episodes out of this, I
might.
think that's what we're gonna have to do.
one
Embellisher
and
part
part
2.
two.
So you used to have yard parties because I came out there. Remember when I came out to visit for a week? You were getting ready to move back yourself.
You moved. Randy came back way before I did.
I thought you moved back first
Randy only lasted like a month, 2 months maybe.
because you were selling lithographs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Okay.
I had a job and a car by the third day I was out there. Randy never got a job, and Randy never had a car. And
Or he who is called Randy. We don't know who Randy is because it's he's the
Well,
embellisher. If that's your real name, But-
and I believe he was only there 2 or 3 months.
he told me you had yard parties with Vince Neil and Tommy Lee and all the fucking guys were out there.
Oh man.
Dude, I'm telling you. And it was because of the one housemate was from Great White. John Van Well knew that's how he got hooked up, and we were living out there, and when Joey Fuco and those guys would come over and hang out, and Joe Bertali, but all the guys were like YNT and Rat and Zig Zig Sputnik and Faster Pussycats, and yeah.
Let me clear this up for you. Okay.
All of that was a lie.
In case you didn't know, the Joe Bertali and Joe Fuco part was accurate.
Yes. Yeah, no, I knew that.
Okay.
I still stay in touch with those guys.
Yes. Okay. So he and I moved down there. He didn't last very long, and he moved back. John Hamilton moved down and became our roommate. Did you know that?
You moved to California?
Yeah, I was out there about a month or two.
Get the fuck out.
I took Randy's place out there, actually.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
Oh, so you were hanging out with Great White. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I didn't know it at the time. I'm just finding it out now.
Maybe he just meant the great white friend of mine. I don't know what that meant.
I was pretty pale back then.
Yeah.
When Jason moved there, it all of a sudden became it's like a lightning. It's like a switch went off, and everybody. I don't want to I don't want to pile on too much, but I guess we've already crossed the line a couple times, so to speak.
Take the helmet off and jump on the pile.
So, it was really fun. Let's just put it that way. Because previous to John getting there, it wasn't quite as fun. Coming home from work and watching a guy sit on the couch all day, and I don't know.
With no job.
But John, I mean, you have any good California stories, John? Because I think like real ones.
we are going to cut this episode in half because I don't want this to stop. This is the best fucking episode we've had.
Jeez, Frank, it's funny you say this. I swear to God, I was going through I got totes with a ton of music stuff in it today, and because I was looking for some stuff for this conversation, and I found 3 packets of photographs of the night me and you remember the 2 girls, one was a blonde and one was a brunette.
Yep.
Her name was Bo.
His wife.
And then the other one, I forget what the other one was called, but these 2 were
Peep.
like California girls, man.
Bo
all
and
these
Peep.
Pictures of out there. Dude, I forgot all about this, man. And we had all these photographs of Frank and I. We partied every night. It was a blast. And these beautiful girls actually took a liking to us because they thought we were from New York City. Because we were from New York. So they thought we were from the city and we were bad boys, right? But we were just from upstate. They didn't know that. We were hicks from upstate, right? But anyways, the only real story I have, I mean, it was great out there. I loved it. But the only real like rock and roll kind of story was we went out one night and I don't know where we were. We went to a couple different clubs and I don't even know where we were. I had no clue. I wish I did. And we walked into a bar, and Frank was like, wait until you get into these bars. We're going to see somebody famous. He's telling me this in the back seat on the way there. We're having a couple of drinkies in the back seat here. So we walk into the first place and got a little buzz on, and we're trying to get up to the bar, and it's packed. And at the end of the bar, Frank nudges me, gives me the elbow, and says, hey, by the way, that's now, Frank, tell me who that was. I swear it was
Lemmy.
No, it was like I thought it was somebody like affiliated with Kiss or something, dude. Was it Mark St. John or Bruce Kulick?
I think it was Mark St.
Okay.
I don't know. Either way,
I couldn't believe it, and I go, get out of here. And I looked down the bar, and he 100% right. He's just sitting there having a beer like he was nobody. But it was somebody. I think it might have been Mark St. John.
It wasn't Mark St. Barrington.
You guys
but that's the only story. That's all I got on that.
You guys remember Sabotage?
Yeah, Sabotage. Yeah.
There's a couple of guys from Sabotage were there too.
Okay, maybe that was it. Okay.
Was this?
No, we're right about the Kiss dude too. He was there also.
Okay, same bar. Yeah, same bar, right? Yeah.
So was this before Chris Olivia died?
It was like 1980.
Oh, okay, so then before, yeah.
88.
Yeah, because Chris died in like 93, I think it was.
Yeah, you guys were
Yeah,
out there in like 87, 88.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. It was 88, early 88.
Okay.
Yep, that was it. Yep.
That was
Yeah.
And that was kind of normal when you'd go out to a club or see a band, or you would see like quote unquote famous people. But
Sure.
as far as the stories that you were told, Mike,
No. Yeah.
we didn't have a barbecue with Vince Neil or anything.
Well, it took 35 years for me to learn the truth. Holy fuck.
Wow.
I should have went along with it. Oh yeah.
Yeah, he was dating Vince's sister at the time. What the fuck?
I was supposed to be in the car with Vince, but Razzle took my spot. So,
Oh.
is that too dark?
Damn.
We went there.
Too soon?
He did.
I love Hanoi Rocks, by the way. That's why I forever hate Vince Neil.
Dude, I remember
All
when
right.
he died.
Hate Vince Neil.
Yeah, I remember that car accident.
I love Hanoi Rocks, man. One of the most underrated bands. They should have been huge, man.
I
They
told
should have been.
I
Anyway,
told
Yeah.
Vince
I didn't mean to get dark there, but yeah,
I
that-
told
you're
Vince
fine.
that night. I said, "Dude, just give me your keys." And he was like, "Mike,
Jesus Christ.
Mike, Randy already tried to get my keys. No, we're going." You know, because Randy had the vet.
Oh,
Right.
oh my God.
See how he did that?
See what I did there?
Wow.
Full circle twice.
Okay.
We're doing donuts in this podcast parking lot right now.
Yeah, man.
Kinda.
35 years. You thought that we were
35
Wow.
years I thought you had a fucking barbecue with Vince Neil and Tommy Lee and the guys from Rat.
conversation go? Like, how do you make something up in your head that never happened?
Dude, I thought this before I even came out for that week to visit you. This is the bullshit that I
Wow.
was told, and I'm like, "Come on out here, we're partying every night." And I got out there, and the only thing I saw when I was there is we went to one club, and I think we saw Faster Pussycat played, and then I got introduced to Taco Bell or Jack in the Box for the first time. I was like, "What the fuck is tacos?" I mean, we didn't have Taco Bell here.
No.
And I was like, this stuff is fucking great. I was like, I need to find how to make this shit at home. They were making them on the fucking stove, on the burner. You guys were just, you know. But yeah, I mean, I loved it being out there thinking. I was like, geez, so Randy, when are these rock stars going to show up? He's like, yeah, not the week that you're here, man. That's too bad. You know, next week, though. Next
you
week,
leave-
they're all going to be.
Huh.
When you
Ironically
you're
enough-
you're leaving Saturday. Ah,
Yeah.
fuck, Sunday.
Like-
They're-
Ironically
have-
enough.
Pictures. I mean, unlike oh my God, unlike the pictures of him at Playboy Mansion with those like the billboards in the back where you stand in line to get the picture taken. You know what I'm talking
yes,
about?
the cutout of Hugh. Yeah.
This is my buddy Hugh.
Wow, he lost a lot of weight when you were hanging out with him that day.
Yeah.
He only looked this thick.
Look how thin he is. If he turns sideways, he'd disappear.
Dude, he has business cards. Oh, wow. This whole episode, the only people that are going to listen to this and get it
Is us.
anybody that knows us personally. Like, our whole inner sanctum is, like, crying right now. They're
There's about 15 people. This is going to be their favorite episode ever.
And the
Yeah.
best thing we could have done is, because I could have had up to 40 people in this room. I could have invited everybody we hung out with back then onto this podcast. And this would have been an 11-hour fucking podcast of all just bullshit stories. They know I'm right.
Yeah.
I got something, but this is going to open this. I know it's
Do it.
been going on. This is gonna go.
Frank's
on.
like, do it.
Dude, Frank
All
is
right.
loving this.
I have to ask you guys something because I don't know much about this.
Good.
But I was talking to Don Stroop a few months ago. Okay,
There's a
my
name from
my
the
buddy,
past.
love the man.
I love
And
Donnie.
him and I got talking about what we're talking about, the Embellisher, right?
Yeah.
And he goes, Don goes, do you remember, John, when Randy brought over this guy who was like wanted to be a rock star, and his girlfriend over from like Europe or something. He gave him a bullshit story back in the late 80s, early 90s. And he said, I got contacts. I got this and that. We can get signed. We can record all this nonsense. And because I remember going to parties and Randy walked in with these two. And this dude was the nicest guy in the world. And his girlfriend was beautiful. And she was the nicest person, one of the nicest people I've ever met. But they looked like rock stars. Like they could have been models, both of them. And this guy believed, and Don brought this up and I had forgotten all about this. And I can't even remember the guy's name, but he was out here and he believed that Randy was going to help him get the band going, get whatever going. And I saw him at 2 or 3 or 4 different parties over the summer, right? But at the beginning of the summer, he was all optimistic and positive. By the end of the summer, he was getting into the what the F point of, right. I go, how are things going, man? It's good to see you. He's like, I don't know, man. Nothing's happening. I don't know what's going on. I spent all my money to come over to America and nothing's going on.
Randy was the original fucking catfish.
Oh my
God.
God.
Know the story? I mean, I don't know what happened.
I'm trying to I vaguely remember as I can envision what the dude looked like. Did he have long hair?
Yeah.
Dark hair.
Yeah. Yep.
Kind of tall, skinny.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, and I have no idea what that was all about. Does Mike have any idea?
No, Randy was the original fucking catfish.
Wow.
Dude, from what I understand, look, I know very little about this. I actually felt bad for the guy.
Oh, me too.
He pulled him over here and basically gave him a story and said he was going to help him out. And I don't think he did. And this guy, at the end of the summer, only 3 or 4 months into this, he was getting really pissed off. I could tell. His whole demeanor changed.
I would have been too.
Well, I didn't know if you guys knew anything about this because I don't know all the details.
Wow.
Like, it was very sketchy, and Randy would never talk about it. Or, I mean, the Embellisher would never talk about it. And imagine that.
In Bellington.
You bullshit. This is back in the early 90s. No internet.
Right.
You contact a dude through the mail or something or on the phone and say, come to America. I can help you get signed and shit. And strings them along for whatever reason and then drops them like a bad habit. I don't know what happened.
I think what happened after that is the Embellisher started a email campaign that said something like, I'm a Nigerian prince and I have $1 million that I'm going to put into your account if you only send me $50 US. I think he started that. He's the original.
Yeah. What would the up for the Embellisher be? I mean, in that situation, like, why do it?
Promoter.
Yeah, he's trying to be a promoter.
But there's no end game.
Right.
No.
Right.
I mean, for anybody, including the Embellisher, what does he get out of it?
Right.
Yeah.
I don't know.
But what did he get out of anything that he ever? What? And let's bring it back to the people that are listening. What would anybody that you know that embellishes this much? What does any of them gain? Because it always has to come to a head, and you can't lie for years.
Right.
I mean, when we were kids, the stories hanging out, we partied with Twisted Sister. No, we were 15 years old. And if Twisted Sister had 3 15-year-old guys on their bus, they were twisted beyond sisters.
Yeah.
And people that believed that, like, were coming up to me the next day, and we're in high school.
Yeah.
And they're like, I hear you partied with Twisted Sister. And I'm like, what?
Huh?
No. I'm like, no. We had to leave. We got to get autographs and leave. And he's like, oh, that's not what the Embellisher told him. I'm like, well, everything he says, even at 15, is a fucking lie.
Right.
We all knew the truth.
Wow.
But like, somebody that was on our show asked us about the Embellisher and said, doesn't his family own a chain of Hooters? And I'm like,
yeah.
His real friends go, his parents didn't have a pot to piss in, and the money they had, they spent on him.
Right.
Just because he's a
Only child?
oh, definitely
See
only
what I'm
child.
saying?
His parents were like 70 when they had him. For God's sake, I mean,
Oof.
they might have found him. Maybe it wasn't his real parents. Maybe they were embellishers. Maybe they found him in a garbage can somewhere.
No, he was left on the front doorstep of a fire department.
No, he was left on the front door of a Hooters. So maybe. His
Oh yeah,
parents
yeah.
really
That's how
did
they got
own
all that.
Hooters.
Yeah.
Yeah. They
You
own
guys,
it.
I can't believe this is what it's turning into, but I got another one. I just thought of it. I swear to God, I didn't know this is where we were going to go, but I got another one.
Don't worry, neither did we.
Oh, it's going to be a
Holy
good one.
cow.
3
Jeff,
episodes.
by the way, did you ever have the privilege of knowing the Embellisher? Or crossing paths with
Briefly.
Took
when
pictures
he
of his
was-
wife
Yeah.
being Playboy.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Briefly, when he was in 3-Inch Fury, because I had become quick friends with DR and J Rowe and some of the other the other guys that were in there, and
What the fuck?
he had told me, and I'll never forget. He was telling me we were at Station 58, and we were out on a deck.
Did his family own it at the time?
No, luckily no. And he was telling me about how he personally knew Janie Lane. He was a Playboy photographer and blah blah blah. And he told
Contributor.
me this. Yeah. Oh yeah. Sorry, contributor. And I'm like, oh yeah, okay, great. I didn't know where to take it or how to take it. Honestly, I'm like, do I believe him? Do I not? And then I heard stories later on, and I'm like, this is the same guy who after 3-Inch Fury, he was in another band.
Here comes
Can't remember the name of it offhand, but
no.
don't.
He wasn't in any band. 3-Inch Fury was really the only thing he ever
No,
did.
he was in a band with
Warrant.
with Bill Ali. Dirty Little Secret.
Dirty Little. You're right. That was
Little
a
Secret.
real hot little tiny.
It was, too.
That was one gig, and
I remember hearing the stories about him being the drummer in Warrant. I went and looked it up, and he is nowhere mentioned anywhere.
because it's a lie.
I know.
You wasted internet space.
I did, but
Look,
the thing that clued me in, I'm like, he bought Warrant
Yes.
road cases.
Road cases. No, he bought road cases off of fucking eBay at the time.
and painted Warrant on it.
oh, that's the best.
He stenciled Warrant on it.
He stenciled Warrant on his drum cases.
Wow. Man.
But the best thing of that is Warrant came playing here,
Oh yeah,
and Warrant's playing at
Yes.
the outdoor shows,
it's the outdoor show,
and the Embellisher is standing with us, and we're like, now is the time. These fuckers better look you dead in the eye and be like, holy shit, dude, where have you
Randy's
been?
here.
Nothing.
Nothing.
Walk right by me. He's like, they must not have seen me. I'm like, you're such a fucking liar. And then later in life,
yeah,
Facebook comes out and he's posting pictures. And this is 14 years ago, mind you.
yeah.
He's posting pictures of him with within range of the band. Had a blast with the guys reminiscing tonight. And I'm like, I know where you went after. What you fucking did you cut and paste something with scissors? And, yeah, it's like, but what the you're the liar. You weren't at Kitty Hoynes with the band. That's
Right.
not even. There's palm trees if you look out the window of the picture. What the fuck are you talking about? God.
Yeah.
I called Playboy.
Oh shit.
I took his business card and I called Playboy and I asked for him and they said, "Who?" And I said, "No, I've got a card right here. This is the phone number to call. It's right on the card." And I said, "Contributing a photographer." She said, "Sir, if you take a Polaroid, send it to us, and we use it in beaver hunt or something,
Right.
you can call yourself a contributing photographer, but we still have lists of them, and that name is nowhere on this list." And I'm like, and there we go.
He's been milking that for 30 years, man.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
The Playboy angle.
And he gives it to girls at bars and shit.
Yeah.
And he's taking pictures of a lot of local
He has
young
yes.
girls.
Yeah.
Okay. that story I wanted to quick.
Yeah.
I was leaving work, okay, driving home, and I turned on the radio. Now this was 10 years ago, okay, about 10 years ago.
All right.
And we said we don't listen to the radio anymore, but I popped on TK99. Now the morning show was it Dave Gomez and Lisa, or Lisa Dave and Gomez or something, right?
Yeah.
It was one of those guys. I think it was the Dave guy. I can't remember. It's one of the guys. It wasn't Lisa. It was but he was talking to somebody. It wasn't in the morning. I don't even know why he was on. I don't know if he had an afternoon thing going on or something. It was like on a weekend. So maybe it was a special show he had going on. But he was talking, and I caught it halfway through the conversation. And what I heard is I turn it on, and he's talking. He goes, he was talking to another person. He was interviewing somebody, and he goes, yeah, you're right. You never know. You should just follow through with your dreams because you never know what's going to happen. As a matter of fact, let me tell you a quick example of a guy I know. This is Dave Gomez speaking to his guest that he's interviewing. And he says, I know this guy. I won't mention his name, but I met him a few years back, and he was just working at, a regular job. I think he might have been working at the Budweiser plant. And
boy.
It ain't clicking yet, right? And he goes, now I'm kind of, it sucked me in, so I'm listening, And he goes, and he said he always had an interest in photography. So he always wanted to follow through with photography. So one day he just bought a nice camera and started taking pictures of whatever, outdoor scenic things or whatever. And then little by little, he networked himself into being a professional photographer for a lot of rock bands and also for Playboy. And I went, ding, 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 ding. He's talking about Randy or the Embellisher.
Yeah.
He's talking about the Embellisher. Now, I'm hearing this on the freaking radio in my car. It was either Dave or Gomez was talking about this. He completely fooled and snowed that guy, who the DJ, whoever it happened to be. I can't remember which guy. And he's telling the story on the air, man. And so the guy he's interviewing goes, wow, that's fantastic. What a great story. And it was a story. That's the funny part.
Yeah. This is going to be a Netflix special.
Okay, wow. I got a question.
That's an honest to God story. He bullshitted one of the DJs, and the DJ repeated the story on the air.
Wow, that's funny.
That's awesome.
I don't know. I'm sorry.
I do have a question though.
Go ahead, Frank.
Kind of sticking up for the Embellisher a little bit because how he actually does. Because as far as the photography is concerned, I've seen him like on the stage and off the stage with his equipment, like I believe Skid Row and maybe 2 or 3 other semi-popular bands.
Yep. Yes.
And so is that just a way? Did he figure out a way to scam his way back there with a fake laminate or something?
I think so.
Probably.
Okay. So he was able to do some of that by making things up, I guess.
Yeah. I guess if you tell people like the bullshit for so long, credentials mean nothing.
Right.
I mean, we have people thinking there's thousands of listeners to our podcast.
Well, there will be now.
Now. Until they see how long the episode is.
It's the only reason I agreed to do it is I thought we had a few thousand out there, but
Well, it's just under 500. No, we hit 500.
We hit 500.
Sorry, we hit 500.
Yeah.
We 500 minutes, you mean? Is that what we're doing?
Well, we didn't say what it was. Yeah. They're metric people.
Right.
That's 250 Americans. That's 500 Canadians.
Yep. And one dude in Costa Rica.
And one in Denmark.
And one in Denmark.
And we're shooting a shout out to Sage Pizak in Denmark, who did reach out to me and wants to be on the show.
Oh,
so
good.
They're like 19 hours ahead of us or something fucked up. So
even better.
This will be the first episode that he doesn't get all the way through.
Well, no, because his citizenship will run out by the time it gets over. Right now, Wayne Johnson's sitting at home going, "Those motherfuckers cut me off." Fucking A. I am not going to mention them in my next movie.
Speaking of mentioning,
God.
Oh, we do have to mention. The Print Shop Underground is going to make the Embellisher T-shirts. And on the back, it's going to be, you can be who you want to be. And I'm going to have drummer, photographer, father, grandfather, sister,
Grandfather.
Pope.
Did somebody wish
Guitar
him?
player.
Did somebody wish him a happy Mother's Day?
Dude,
Sorry.
come on.
Sorry.
We remember those days growing up. Doopy doop doop doopy doop doop doop. What the hell is that
You know,
noise?
I wonder. You know, I was just thinking about. Let's say the Embellisher was never born.
Okay.
This podcast would only be about 5 minutes. So
Yeah. We might
maybe
not
we
have.
should
It might not have been. We might not have known each other, because Frank, according to the Embellisher, Frank was his best friend, but we didn't know. Now who could, could have been
Right.
Could have been what's his name across the street.
Huh.
He was the drummer in Shy Guns, so if he wasn't around,
Yeah,
that would happen,
I wouldn't have been the manager.
right? I wouldn't have been in your. I don't know. I wouldn't have gone over to your house. I remember dragging equipment to your house. Like, remember the cut through?
Yeah, that was.
Yeah. I remember that.
Riding a
You're
bike
back.
with a 9-inch amp in my hand.
You had to go jump over the creek in
Yes.
the backyard.
Yes.
Wow.
That was when we had the band High Voltage.
Yes, that was.
We knew one song. We knew one AC/DC song.
I was going to say AC/DC tribute band
Yeah.
that knew one song.
Yeah,
Okay.
we only knew one song, and then High
Okay.
Voltage turned into Clowns of Doom. Because we had a shirt made at the fair of a clown with fangs and blood, and we said Clowns of Doom,
Oh boy,
and that's
right.
that sounds more like a rap group,
Well, you know what? It kind of it was when,
like Insane Clown Posse.
well,
You know,
sort of, yeah. It was like part of, like John had said, we were kind
Yeah.
of making fun of some other bands, but yeah,
We had it was kind of like the SOD format.
Yeah.
yeah.
I gotcha.
Or when Anthrax did their song with NWA, and
Right.
so yeah. But we were before
Public
that.
Enemy and Anthrax. Yeah.
Yeah, we were before that.
you
We
mean-
were doing a rap
mean-
rock version
You
of
mean Public Enemy?
Public
not-
Enemy, not NWA.
NWA, you
shut up.
moron.
Hey, you know what? It's not in front of
Listen,
me on my tablet. You
I'm
fucker.
a plethora of useless knowledge when it comes to that
How'd that feel in your ears?
shit. I'm a plethora
Oh,
of
I got so
useless.
much useless shit up here.
Oh.
Music, it's ridiculous.
Yeah,
Yeah.
same.
It actually knocks out the important stuff.
It does.
You know what I mean? That's-
Absolutely.
Well,
I'm the guy that
I'm
was
with you.
sitting at home reading the inside of the cassette.
Oh,
paper.
me too.
I was so into it. I read who wrote the song, who the producer and shit was.
John Bonham's allergic to peanuts. This
Right.
is very interesting.
You know, I could tell you who the road manager is for Kiss on Kiss Alive 2 right now, if you want.
Postmate or something like.
Yes, Chris Postlewaite. Yes, that guy.
wow, that came out
Come
of
on.
nowhere.
You didn't think you'd hear Fitz Postmate today, did you?
Fritz Postlewaite was the
Yeah.
a part of the Kiss crew.
This-
Okay.
on Kiss Alive 2.
This is pasta weight right here. This is hamburger
Nice
weight,
one, man.
pasta weight, pizza weight,
Taco weight.
Mike pizza weight. This is right here.
Mike Pizza weight.
Yep.
Nice.
I could embellish.
I like it.
See,
Postlewaite.
Emerald
Marks.
Lagasse was at my house yesterday making me food.
Oh, good.
And then Gordon Ramsay showed up, and we got in a big argument. And I taught them how to make bolognese, and
Gordon Ramsay showed
yeah.
up.
I think we have to have a podcast. Just the whole podcast is based on complete lies. We can just lie the whole show, and we're going to
So
change
the
the name.
embellisher.
It's
is
just
the-
Okay.
It's just going to be called Embellish.
Emily,
It'll be a new podcast.
The good,
Embellish.
the lies, and the ugly.
Martin Mull is my neighbor. He's a great guy.
Martin Mull is my neighbor.
Yeah, he borrowed his glasses.
He's amazing.
Yeah, and Chevy Chase lives upstairs.
Oh, he's a knucklehead. He still owes me rent.
Does he?
Yep.
Bastard.
My parents own. We own all the. I don't know, Disney World.
I was on a set of Caddyshack.
Yeah, you were the gopher.
Yeah.
The gopher.
Yeah.
Yes,
The gopher.
I remember you. Yeah.
Yes.
The gopher. The dance.
I said golfers, you fucking idiot. Oh God.
Oh.
Yep. This was fun. Holy
Yeah.
shit. I don't want it to end because it's.
I know.
because we the three of us and two others. Yeah.
Look at him. He's like,
wrap it up.
wrap it up.
My cat's got to eat.
Not only that, it was sunny.
It was sunny when we
behind
started, and Frank,
behind
it's dark
Frank.
now.
It's like totally dark.
I had to turn my light on.
John, well, no, I
So did
watched.
I, yeah.
John turned his kitchen light on, or whatever, or wherever he is. It's like, okay,
You're going through
Yeah.
puberty again today? Your voice cracked again.
I know.
God, soon
I don't give a
your
shit.
balls will drop, and you'll be a real boy.
No, it won't.
Pedorkio.
I'll never grow up.
Right?
Screw it.
Oh, fuck me. So, as I was saying, the three of us, we spent just hours and hours and hours and days together. And, when you get
Guys,
older,
I'm sorry.
No, when you get older and you kind of drift
Yeah,
apart.
thanks.
But you're such good friends that when you get together,
Yeah.
you pick up exactly. There isn't an awkward moment.
No.
No, there's not that awkward silence that
No,
normally
because we've
happens.
got so many stories that we could bring up, and it's not that that's all we talk about.
Right.
It's
Because we really haven't even scratched the surface of anything.
No,
Really haven't. But I mean, you can't. I mean,
no, there's years of there was, right.
yeah, but it's funny. Frank sent me a text, a message, maybe an hour before we started, and he said, what do you want to do? Anything you want to talk about? Anything off limits? And I said, well, I think we can just wing it.
Oh,
There's really nothing I don't want to talk about. We can talk about anything.
right.
Right.
And he's like, okay, we'll just wing it. Well, here we are, almost 3 hours later, right?
Yeah.
And seriously, we did talk music,
Yes.
but there's so much more we could have gotten in there. I mean, I got a lot more stories. Frank has more stories. Mike has more. All you guys have more. We all have more stories.
Okay, so there's going to be a part 3.
Oh, no.
We're not keep going, dude. I got to take a shit. Holy cow, man.
Uh-oh. We're
I'm
crying.
here.
Uh-oh.
Ooh. Ooh.
This must
No,
end
no.
now.
I'm just saying. Yeah, just winging it.
Yeah.
To your point. Yeah. Just
Yeah.
winging it.
Yeah. No,
Because
this is
we've known each other for what? 45, 50 years?
well.
I've known Frank since I was 9. I've known Frank since I've been 9. So I'm looking at 40
Yeah.
years. Yeah.
Yeah, I'm older than you too. You remember?
Yeah.
Because you're
yeah.
what, 55?
Hey, Mike, real quick. Yeah. Double fives, double nickels. Yeah.
Yeah, double nickel.
Yeah.
So
Mike,
real-
did you live next door to the Schraders, the
Yeah.
Schroeder Schraders?
Yeah,
When you grew up? Yeah.
yeah.
They told me stories that you guys grew up next to each other. Yeah.
Before
They were little
before
friends.
either one of them were. Oh, well, Bob was a drummer first, and then
Okay.
Scott was more of a piano player, and then
Oh, okay.
and then he went because he can play classical piano. I mean, he's very good, and then he started drumming, and then Scott became better drummer than his brother.
They're both fantastic, though.
Yeah. Oh,
But
yeah.
they did tell me about, and it's funny, you were a drummer too.
Yeah,
So you had 3 drummers living
next door to each other.
2 houses right next to each other.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, they did tell me that when we were younger. They were like, "Yeah, we grew up next to Mike." And I was like, "Oh shit, okay, I didn't know that."
Yeah, they'd come down
I just wanted to, yeah.
because I had a drum set before they did, so they'd come down and jam on the drum set and have fun, and then
Oh,
Bob got his, and it was Schroeder back then, but now it's Schrader. It's pronounced differently now.
I never know.
No, they changed it.
Did they really?
Yeah.
Yeah, they like all of a sudden. Bob, I was talking to him one day, and he's like, "Yeah, blah blah blah." And somebody said something. I go, "Well, it's Bob Schroeder." He goes, "Oh, it's actually Schrader." And I was like, "Since when? You were Schroeder when we were growing up the whole time." Now,
Yeah.
I guess
That's
my
what
name
I
is
thought too.
D.
Yeah.
Julio instead of Day Julio. I guess We'll change it.
Well, yeah,
Yeah. Well, I think the Embellisher did it.
he probably did.
As your manager, Schrader sounds better.
Instead of embellisher, he's embellisher
Embellisher.
Ah,
Embellisher.
or embellisher. Yeah, it's the
Embellisher.
emphasis on M.
Emphasis on fucking liar.
Yeah.
Martin
No
Mull will
lie.
be here.
What's that? Your milk is getting delivered this morning?
Martin Mull's just getting up from his nap. He'll be here at 10.
Oh, anyways, I
Yeah.
think I'm. Frank knows I'm going to be down there in November, first week in November, and John, I think you should fly a plane, fly down in a plane, or see if you can take the
Fly down
Embellisher
in-
jet.
in a plane. Yes.
Yeah,
Get
See
the
if he'll-
Playboy jet.
Yep, the Playboy jet will bring you down.
The Playboy Jet.
You
yes.
and you and Tara Reid will come down together because that's who you're dating now. And
Oh, jeez.
yeah,
You just gotta laminate like a boarding pass for me or
Yeah.
something. And
Pilot.
it'll be all right.
Pilot.
Pilot.
yeah,
Pilot.
I got it, boys.
Stuff me in
He's
your
all
luggage.
good.
Yeah.
I'll come down with you.
I got it, boys. Just go
All
take
right,
5.
I'll mark it down.
Yeah.
We're gonna have Bruce Dickinson fly us down on his private jet.
Oh, there you go.
No,
There you
no,
go.
I got in an argument with Bruce. I took his girlfriend, and he doesn't like me anymore.
You can. Yeah, you can fly down on Ed Force One.
Ed Force. There you go.
Yep.
I'll do that. Sure.
Yeah. Why wouldn't you?
We're also,
Jesus Christ! Just getting, we try. We're trying to end ourselves, and we don't want to end it. We're like, this guy's like, shut the fuck up, guys! Holy fuck! It's literally almost 3 fucking out. Holy
Yeah.
shit! I don't know how we're gonna do this.
I don't either. I really don't.
It was fun, man.
It
I gotta
was.
tell you, this was a lot of fun, though.
yeah, it was.
I didn't know what to expect, man, but I had a blast.
Good.
So,
Well, it was great meeting the both of you
definitely.
Same,
Yeah.
Jeff.
Have
Yeah.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, Jeff.
for sure.
Yeah.
And I think we need to recap. Jeff and I need to talk to you and Beckwith about something.
And you remembered his name. Look at you, the love. Look at the love going around here.
I was thinking of Russ.
Yeah.
I was
Well,
thinking
there's no relation, but same. Yes. It's
So,
same
Okay.
Beckwith.
affiliate.
Yeah.
You know. But yeah,
There you go.
you and Beckwith and I and Jeff and I, we should have a conversation.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
A 3-hour conversation?
I don't think it would take that
No,
long.
probably not.
I think we're probably on the same page on a lot of things right now.
When
But
you guys line your first show, I'm being serious. I'll come down and I'll
up.
watch it.
It's up.
Up.
North is up.
I know.
Fucking Floridians.
He's gonna go down.
Your
Too
wife
much
went to
sun,
bed,
man.
didn't she?
Too much sun.
Yeah. Too much.
No, and it's I'm usually in bed way before she is, and that's a whole nother thing.
You're getting a whole
So-
eat a bag of shit look right now, though. It's like, okay, this was
Are
funny
you
in the
done
beginning.
yet?
This isn't funny anymore. I don't care about any of this.
Right.
I don't care about any
Or-
of this anymore.
Or I've heard these stories. Can you do some new ones?
No one's heard these stories. This is we've touched on things that we've all thought of, but he was like Voldemort. These stories that won't be mentioned. We all knew it, but we never said it.
Right.
Today was we had an epiphany.
I have one.
Oh no!
I have one. No, wait. I have one.
Here we go.
Embellisher story.
Go ahead.
Embellisher story that trumps them all. However,
Does Trump have anything to do with it?
no.
Okay. All right.
Funny you
No,
should say
but-
that.
You never know.
But I can't say it here. I really can't. And I
Okay.
don't mean to say that as a weird teaser. I really can't go into this one. But I will tell you, Mike, anytime you want, or any of you guys. It has to do with when I was about 12 years old and a butter knife. And
I know.
Frank knows the story? Okay, I can't get into it, though, because it's really weird.
Was it a white
I mean,
van with no windows?
Pardon?
Was it a white van with no windows?
Well, it's a little troubling. It's a troubling story. It was the first time I met the Embellisher, and I can't get into it though. But I just don't want to put it out there because I know you guys are going to upload this.
That's
shit. I
fine.
don't want to put it out there.
That's
I got
cool.
one.
But I will tell you guys. It's not like I'm keeping a secret. Frank knows what it's about. But yeah, and it's really effed up, man. I mean, it's an effed up
Here
story.
we go.
Man.
He touched my pee-pee.
With a butter knife.
There was a butter knife. Yeah.
Do you know the story about his parents' house getting robbed? Does anybody know that story?
didn't hear that.
Did it get
No.
robbed by Jeffrey Dahmer or?
Right.
There's another story I can't tell, but we'll neither one of you heard that story?
No.
Really? Can't do it.
Okay.
But
Jesus
We'll,
Christ.
we'll,
No
we'll
problem.
talk off. We'll
Zoom,
talk off the air.
Zoom is a great thing.
Yeah.
Let's just put it that way.
Yeah.
Zoom, here. Yeah. You know, we could do this. Hold on.
Hold
Okay.
on.
We're just going to do this.
What are we going to do?
I'll tell you how
Are we
going
going to say our goodbyes, Mike?
You don't even have to say goodbye. We're going to say goodbye in song, but you're not leaving. But
No.
they are.
But hey, it was great, guys. So
are you gonna play that song that I sent you or no?
Uh,
Oh, I forgot all about it.
I forgot about it.
Yeah, no.
Do you want me to? Yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
No.
Disappointing.
That's all right.
Go ahead. Do what you got to do.
Hang on, fucker.
Now he's looking for it.
Now I got to look for it.
Oh no. Is it, well, at least it's not the penis song.
I could play the penis
No,
song.
don't. God.
I could sing the penis song.
You could, because it's very short.
This is my penis song. It isn't very long.
That's the end of it.
That's it.
I know.
All right, you guys have to be quiet because you're on the same channel. So, they're not going to be able to hear it.
Yeah, they're like, what is this?
Step right up and don't be shy. You paid your money, now come on in.
He can hear it.
Have a chair, don't be scared. Now the fun is about to begin.
Yeah, we got to drop it.
Yeah.
So we played it. You guys can't hear it because you're sharing the same channel, so it's not coming back to you. But yeah, that was Frank.
Oh, Brats and Blonde song?
Yeah, what was it called?
Funny Way of Scaring You.
There you go.
Okay.
There you go.
Cool.
So that was Brats and Blondes, Funny Way of Scaring You, with Billy Johnson singing and Frank playing. And
Nice.
I think Jason was the drummer on that one, wasn't he?
No, that was Pete.
Pete Recchi? Oh, really, dude? Was that really Pete Recchi playing drums on a fucking bell? Cool, dude. Anyways, yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I have an opinion about everything and everybody, don't I?
Kinda.
You guys stick around.
Hold off.
You guys have listened to an unbelievably fucking awesome but long ass show.
Yes, we have.
From the good,
The Band.
the ugly, I'm Big Papa.
I'm Jeff. Don't forget, Thursday night, Scars and Stripes Bike Night. And this weekend,
The Wing Fest.
the Wing Fest.
We want to thank John Hamilton and Frank McQueenie for being on the show.
Yes, sir.
Of course, we want to thank the appearance of the Kiss T-shirt,
And don't forget the Print Shop Underground.
John's cat,
John's cat.
and the Embellisher. Of course, he produces this show and is funding it, and that's the story, and he's sticking to it.
Yes.
We will see you guys next week, where we will have our special friend
Chillin' with
Rick. Don't want to miss that one.
No, sir.
We'll talk to you guys later. Thanks for sticking around, and thanks for always listening to the show, and we love you and all that other good shit.
Yep.
We out of here.
See you.
Bye-bye.